So today we are going to be rounding. So what is rounding? Rounding is a way to make a number simpler but still close to the original number. And usually we change a number to one that's easier to work with, and usually those are the tenths, groups of 10. If you think of groups of 10, you could think of the tenths that we usually know. So 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way to 100. And then from 100, we count by hundreds. So you could go to 200. These are other tenths, the hundreds, because they're also a group of tenths. So 100, 200, 300. See how they all end in zeros? Because these are easier numbers to work with. Then you get to 900. Then after that, you get to the thousands. And now you're working with thousands. So you could skip by thousands, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, right? So you keep going. And all of these, when you're counting by hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, those are easier numbers, and they're tens because they're multiples of 10. You can count by tens to get to each of these numbers. Okay, so now that we know what tens are, usually those are the easier numbers to work with. So when we're rounding, we are usually rounding to one of those numbers. Okay, so here we go. So we change a number to one that it's easier to work with by looking at the digit in a certain place, like tens or hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, right? To round a number, first find the place value. So that's going to be our first task. We are going to be looking at whatever number we're given, and we're going to find the place value that you're rounding to. So usually they're going to tell you round to the nearest 10, or round to the nearest 100, or round to the nearest 1,000, right? Okay. So first off, we're going to circle a digit that we're asked to round to, and then we're going to look to the right of that circled number, and depending if it's a 4 or below, then we'll be rounding down. And I'll give you more of an explanation of what rounding down means in a little bit. But just know, if the number next to our target number is 4 or below, then we're going to round down. And if the number is next to our target number is 5 or above, then we're going to be rounding up. Okay, so those are some keywords that we're going to be saying over and over. And let's go to some examples so that you could see what I mean by that. So here we go. When we have a number line, it's easier to see what number we could round to, because our number that they're giving us is going to be closer to one end or to the other end of our number line. So when you are doing these rounding problems, I want you to pay close attention and to think about what is in what tens, whatever you're rounding to, what will be the lower end and what would be in the upper end. So here, because we're rounding to the nearest 10, we're looking at tenths. And remember how tens are 10, 20, 30, 40. So in this case, 17, on the lower end of 17, we have the nearest 10 is 10. And on the upper side of 17, the next 10 is 20, right? So from 10, the next 10 is 20, right? And for example here, from 32, the lower end is 30, because that's a 10, and then the upper end would be 40. So these two numbers are 10 apart, again, because that's our target, tenths. So sometimes it'll be hundreds or thousands. And that means that our ends here are going to change. But right now we're only looking at the tens. So let's focus on these tens. Our number is 17, and we're going to place that number on our number line. So that number would be right here, 17. Now you see that our number is closer to this end. Well, that means that we're going to be rounding up. But if we didn't have this number line to give us a visual of where it's closest to, which 10 it's closest to, then we would do what our instructions were telling us right here. Circle the digit you're asked to round to. So in this example, we're asked to round to the nearest 10. So that means that we're going to be circling the 1 because that's in the 10th. That 1 is in the 10th place. So the 7 is in the 1's place, and this 1 is in the 10th place. So we circle the 1 because we're trying to round to the nearest 10. So we circled the 1. Next, we look at the number to the right of our target number. This number is a 7. So because this number is a 7, and if you remember from these keywords, if our number is 5 or above, that means that we're going to round up. And so that means that the 17 will become a 20. Number 2. So here we are looking at the tens, right? Because we're rounding to the nearest 10. We circle the target number, which is in the tens place. Then we look at the next number, which is a 2. 32 here, we're going to place this number in our number line. But I want you to notice the 2 tens that the lower end and the upper end of the tens. So our number is somewhere between these two numbers. You always have to think about what are the next ones up and the next one down. In this case, since we're talking about tens, the 10 that is before 32 is 30. The number that is after 30, the 10 that is after 30 is 40. So our 32 is here, 31, 32. So if we circle the 3 and look to the 2, we see that it's closer to the 30. So our number will stay the same and the rest becomes 0. So that means that 32 rounded to the nearest 10 is going to round down to 30. On the next one, let's look at the high end and the lower end. For 43, on the lower end we have 40. That's the 10 that comes right before 43. And then in the upper end, the 10 would be 50. And this number is 43. So 41, 42, 43. So in the number line, we can already see that this number is closest to which 10? The 40 or the 50? The 40. It's closer to the 40. So we know that it's going to round down to 40. But if we didn't have the number line, we need to remember that we're going to circle the target number, which is the tens. This is the tens place. Look to the right. If this number is 4 or below, it rounds down. So that means that this number stays the same and everything else becomes zeros. So what's everything else after the 4? The 3. So the 3 becomes a 0. 40. 76. On the lower end, we have, and the nearest of the nearest tens is 70. On the upper end, we have 80. So 76 would be approximately right here, or exactly right here. And then we see that because it's a 6 or 76, it's closer to the upper upper 10. So it'll be rounded to 80. But if we didn't have the number line, we would circle the target number tens, look to the right. If it's 5 or above, then it rounds up to the upper 10. And that means that this one would become 80. Or from our notes, this one goes up by 1, which is 8, and then the rest becomes 0. 80. Okay, now let's look at number lines with the rounding to the nearest 100.